A result against Blackhaven in this game would mean so much in many ways. I think it's the most important derby we've played for many, many seasons, in all honesty. I really do believe that.
Into the black hole. Sing for my soul.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sunshine on Leyth. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, that would be fantastic. So, today we play Leeds. We've also got Blackhaven in a derby later in today's video, with a Liverpool game in there as well and some FA Cup action, so action-packed as always. Now, I think perhaps I was overreacting a little bit in the Southampton game, but because at the end of the day, we lost to Liverpool very handily, which we would kind of expect to, but I think we were very, very bad. I would have liked to have seen a bit better, but we did draw against Chelsea, to be fair, and didn't concede. It was the West Brom result that just sort of like, oh, are we about to go into another downward spiral? And then to lose, despite being in front against Southampton, even with the fact that they scored the goal, that's the thing. We just do seem to be a bit toothless in attack, seemingly out of nowhere, despite being on a fantastic run before that. So we are going to have to sort of pull ourselves out of it today, but today's as good a chance as any. At home to Leeds United, at the Lighthouse, this needs to be a turnaround for us, quite frankly, as we haven't actually scored a goal now ourselves in 4 Premier League matches. And as a result, I found ourselves slipping from right on the cusp of Champions League football to now right down into 7th spot and battling for Europa League again. And again, the target for this season for me is still Europa League. So that's kind of where we're battling. I feel like Watford and Manchester United are our big rivals in that position, but United are in better form lately. The main thing we've got to do is make sure we get European football again. That's the key thing for us to do, is make sure we're back in Europe next year as we face off today against Frank de Boer's Leeds United. So, Veldwijk very much needs a rest, sadly. So Sebastian Chan will come back in. He is under bids from some people of £4.5 million, but I just don't feel like that's enough. Everywhere else, though, pretty happy to go with that. And to be fair, although a lot of this would have been bolstered by the European matches, so it's hard to see. The fact is, we're still in Europe. We've got ourselves the Europa Conference League second round coming up as well. We've got a lot of things to fight for this year, and I look forward to fighting for it. So, what changes do I want to make to the bench? We'll bring in Dave Morton. We'll bring in Abbott instead of Vukaripa. And probably Kimberley instead of Costa. I like Costa, I do, but I feel like Kimberley is just... Well, we know how good Clive is, and I'm starting to come round to him again. I mean, you can see here, more key passes per 90 minutes than Rui Lashka. But that's not to say that Lashka doesn't have a lot of other factors in his game, but you can see that Clive is just... Although his PPG is slightly lower, he is definitely a contributory factor to us. Clive is almost like infuriatingly good. Like, I want to bring him in as a meme so he can sit and rot for what he did to us, but I almost can't because he's forcing me to put him in the team a lot because he's so good at times. And there's obviously a multitude of reasons for that, and I would be tempted to perhaps try out Clive Kimberley for a run of league matches because Lashka's form over the last 5 or 6 games hasn't actually been that great in the league either. Good block, right, breakaway chance for us now. Balde, it's 3-on-3. In fact, might even be 4-on-3 if we play our cards right here. Balde skating past one challenge, he's going to shoot, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, no! I mean, that's offside. I don't really know who he was trying to pick out there, unfortunately. Oh, cut out by Balde! And it's in the back of the net for Saliu Balde. Wow. I say a little bit against the run of play, but Leeds actually haven't created any concrete opportunities, and we have the lead. The first goal in 4 matches to be scored by one of our players, and it's Saliu Balde, the man with the goal. His 7th of the year. Took him a while to settle when he came in January. Didn't actually score for us last season, but he's got 7 on the board this season now. Much, much better from him. Keeping Simon Nelson out of the team at the moment. Garner, what a ball through for Renan, and it's a simple goal because the goalkeeper doesn't come out. It's just a great finish. I wish we could finish. I mean, to be fair, we do finish like that a regular amount. Oh, dear. Like, we defend quite narrow to usually prevent that type of goal, but, I mean, any amount of intelligence from the goalkeeper would tell him that probably not standing there is the best. Like, even a goalkeeper who's not a sweeper keeper would still come out to close down the angle. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, what a ball for Flamara, and he's through again, and oh, that is a horrendous finish. I think a lot of our players just aren't in good form. Like, you see the way Flamara has been through on goal twice in today's game. He's missed one to the left and skied one. That's just not his normal... Yeah. I think Clive Kimberley needs to get on sooner rather than later here and see if he could shake things up a little bit. Even a run in the team, quite frankly. Ball through for Milan Loncha! Identical situation, and we don't score. Can we maybe win it off them here? Billington's in behind. Gorwin, he's on his right foot as well. Can he spin past his man? Win Billington! Good block. Really good tackle. Billington did all he could there. Another opportunity goes begging, though. And this is one of these games where I feel like we should be winning this. We are creating the opportunities to win the match, and we're just not doing it. Matala's header is now saved. But now watch us end up going and losing the match to some other type of goal that we are just not having. Westwood. Here we go. Kayo, can he knock it down for Billington? He can. Billington, can he get it back? Billington's in on target. Oh, and it's saved again. Oh, come on, man. Not sure what that was. Flamarion, great piece of run there. Get that ball back out wide. There's loads of spaces. Kimberly, oh no, Clive. Is this the moment Clive sabotages us? Clive, no. Why you do this to me, Clive? Parsons. Are you actually joking? And he's managed to hurt himself in the process. What a day for Flamarion. Misses 2 open goals. Gives away a penalty and hurts himself in the process. Absolute joke. I don't think there's anything... Like, we've played well. We've had opportunities. We've played as well as we would do in a 3-0 victory earlier this season, and now it's just defeats instead. I can't even get him off. Bruzidi's on international duty, so we had no one else to put on the bench for him, unfortunately, and we'd already used our subs. Obviously, stuff like this happens in football, it does. It's just that I find that it always happens in clumps rather than sporadically set out throughout the season. That's what makes it more annoying, I think. Anyway, we must move on. Game's off camera. We've got a game against Nottingham Forest in the Cup, which we must win because it will give us some confidence, you'd hope. So I'll see you guys in a sec for Blackhaven in the derby. Right then, we're back, and it continued. At home against Forest in the Cup, ball whipped in, absolute melee in the box, ends up over the line for 1-0 to Forest from a corner. Thankfully, though, we did manage to get an equaliser. Kimberly with a lovely ball into the channel. Kaio, just really good presence, knocks the ball across. Easy finish for Wim Billington, 1-1, good stuff. Then in the second half, not long after, well, actually quite a long way after that, Chan gets the ball out on the right-hand side, and it's an almost identical goal. Whips it across, Billington's in there again, 2-1. 12 goals he scored just in Cup game. But unfortunately, we still had time to concede a second corner on the night, because of course we did, and Forest equalised. That was their second shot on target of the game. They did have another shot after that, which was a long ranger. So, yeah, once again, failed to get through. I thought to myself after Wim Billington had scored both those goals, I thought, you know what, maybe he deserves a start in the Premier League. And then he immediately got injured for 6 weeks. So, yeah, that's not great too, and Putman Kitely had to start this game as well. So we ended up with a replay, and the Liverpool game got rescheduled. We played the full-strength side for this game because we needed to get through, and thankfully we were able to. Balder getting the ball out on the left-hand side, whips it in. Kaio with a nice header, 1-0 Whitport. Of course, they didn't stop Forest from grabbing an equaliser in this game, sadly. Just how things go. Again, poor defending from us. Don't block the cross. Ball whipped through, completely unmarked. Was Burton. Unfortunately, it was 1-1. But then luckily, in the second half, great work here from Balde, winning the ball high up the pitch, Lonchar getting it and just driving through, gets it back on his right foot, slots it home, 2-1, good finish from Milan Lonchar, and we're through. And I made a signing. This is he. This is Jerry Ellison, 23-year-old goalkeeper, began at Hearts, went to Sheffield United. He's the Scottish national team goalkeeper at the age of 23, and he's very good. And I know what you're thinking. Russell Griggs, massive servant of the club. I love Russell Griggs, I do. But I noticed some stuff creeping in, and I just kind of thought that perhaps we needed someone who's a little bit better, to be honest. Russell Griggs ain't going anywhere, but he will move down the pecking order. Jerry Ellison has basically got everything Griggsy does, and a few lot of extra things on top of that I really do believe will make him a better goalkeeper for us in the long term. And I feel like he's the sort of guy that we could have for a long, long time. Griggsy was fantastic, but I feel like Jerry Ellison is just going to be able to carry this that little bit further. 35 million is the deal in total. Only 15.5 of that is up front. So he technically is our record transfer. But when you consider that his release clause was 51 million, we were able to get a pretty good deal on this guy, given Sheffield United were in the Championship. And I still feel like it was a worthwhile deal to get a player like this. Now, as a result of us playing two cup games off camera, there is no league changes for us. However, there was a slight change, I believe. Blackhaven lost again. Basically, they are in the worst form I think they've ever been in this save, to be fair. Bruzidi's still on international duty, which is just terrific. So we're having to rely on Flamarion for everything. Eddie House Blackhaven, still 8 points above the drop zone due to how bad everyone else is. But West Brom did win another game. So the pressure is on them, quite frankly. I can't believe that the bottom clubs combined only have 28 points. Here's a question for you, chat. A bit of trivia if you know the answer to this, because I don't. What's the least amount of points that a relegated trio of teams from the Premier League have accumulated together? Like, the combined total of the relegated side. What's the lowest? Because I feel like this year we're going to beat that comfortably. But we are away from home as well, so there is that factor to bring in. I'm going to keep Clive Kimberly in the team today because I feel like he deserves to give himself a little chance here, because Rui Lashka just hasn't been quite cutting it in the last few matches. He's certainly not by any means out of things, but Clive, maybe we need a bit of Clive today for Metalla, but I really do feel like we still need to do something about the defence in the summer. I think we're just not quite good enough there yet. We don't have those 3.5, 4-star players in the defence. And obviously that ain't the be-all and end-all, of course, but it's an important factor for us. So we've looked very, very strong against Blackhaven when they've played this shape. I expect good things from this game, given the form that they're in currently and how we've got a great record against them lately, particularly against this shape. But with the way we're playing at the moment, we just look incapable of taking chances, frankly. I think it would be the ultimate ignominy if we were to go and lose to Blackhaven in this match, but it would also sum up the way we've been playing lately. The only bright spark against Leeds was the fact that we played a lot better than we did against Southampton and still lost. It's like you start an episode and you're like, right, today we're going to forget that, get into a happy mood, and just instantly gets destroyed. But that's on me as well. A result against Blackhaven in this game would mean so much in many ways. I think it's the most important derby we've played for many, many seasons, in all honesty. I really do believe that. So we'll see how we get on. I feel like this one could make or break both of our seasons in many ways. We need to... Oh my god, look at Flamarion here. I think it's important for us to get our form back, but for them, this could literally be the difference between survival. But in many ways, it's kind of like for both, we have to survive in those European spots. Fran all the way through and drills it, and a good save by Nathan Vroom. Okay, good start from us. A bit of space for Flamarion down this right-hand side now. They are going to leave gaps for him to exploit him behind, which he will just drive into that space, Flamarion, and he's all the way through, and he has been fouled this time after 2 minutes. Dale walked late, walked right into that one, didn't he? Right, chance from the penalty spot. I don't know who's going to take this. I usually put Lonchar on it, but it looks like it's too late now, as Veldvik himself will take it, and of course we've missed the bloody penalty as well. But even so, you can usually put a goalkeeper on them and they'll score. That is just so indicative of the way that we're playing lately. We can't even score those. Lonchar gets it down. He's on his right foot. Lonchar! There we go. Blackhaven 0, Whitport 1. They are looking catastrophically bad. We could be 2 goals to the good right now, quite comfortably. Once again, though, lovely little bit of play from Clive Kimberley. He looks up, spots the run from Lonchar. He made that run diagonally across the defence, opened up the space by Kayo. A lovely little finish from Milan Lonchar. 15th goal of the season for him, our top scorer, and we have the lead at Blackhaven. This is good news. Blackhaven look like they've been circling the drain for about a season and a half, and a couple of lucky victories earlier this season seems to be the only thing that's keeping them out of that relegation battle at the moment. You know you've set up wrong when Whitport have 71% possession against you. Kayo's ball in, cleared away. Lonchar, Flamarion. Lonchar again, he's on his right foot here. He could go for goal, and he does. Good save. We blitz him in the early stages, but we really do need that second goal, just to take the pressure off a little bit. Mitala. Flamarion, Kayo's in, and another big save by Nathan Broom. Bit disappointed, actually, in some ways, to only be a goal up in this first half, but that is so, like, indicative of the way we've been playing lately. We just don't seem to be able to drum home an advantage in a lot of these matches. Chances are there, we just are not taking them. We're just relying on the fact that they'd be really bad. Balde's been kind of poor today, actually. I might actually get him off for Dave Morton in a minute. Tucker's in. My God, Blackhaven have had a shot on target. Would you believe it? Flamarion, Velva. We've had a few too many long shots today, which haven't helped us, despite being on one of the boxes. Kimberley comes flying in and Broom makes another stop. Lonchar now. Cuts him. He's got 2 defenders on him, but he might be able to find the cross, and Flamarion's had a Kayo's block. Connor wins it well. Looks for Morton. Morton's gone past 1. Get into the box. Can he find that cross to the back post, perhaps? Kayo's header. Flamarion, and it's well saved by Nathan Broom at the back post. Kimberley. Lovely ball for Flamarion. Can he fashion a cross from here? He does. Kayo's header. Saved by Broom. Kayo's ball in. Metala's header, and it's wide. 7 chances tonight. Just the 1 goal. It's just so typical of us lately. McKinnon. Blocked into the path of Morton. He's got to look out for Lonchar, but no. Oh, Lonchar's through. He's got a lot of work to do here. This is going to be tough for him. And, yeah, that was always going to be a difficult one, I feel like. It looks like we're going to get away with it. A 1-0 victory at Blackhaven, but it is still so unconvincing. 8 chances, 1 goal. And we missed a penalty as well. Thank God for Milan Lonchar getting that winning goal. Clive Kimberley gives us the victory and we beat Blackhaven in the derby, but it's astonishing me the number of opportunities we have to create in order to score a single goal. And that is, I wonder what it is now over this period of matches. Because we just worked it out. In that period of Premier League matches, we've scored 3 times. And it's taken us 27 chances created to score 3 goals. Good Lord, that's horrendous. But we did get the win, and maybe that's all we need. Maybe we just needed a win to get the confidence back up. The players did play well, just unable to score them. And then we've got Leicester City away, who aren't in great form right now. A win against Leicester away, if we could get it, would set us up massively and get us back in this, hopefully. Blackhaven, though, I'm a little bit worried for them, I've got to be honest. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like, that'd be sick. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be awesome as well. I stream on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and at the weekend, so go follow there too. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Leicester City, and then probably this Everton game here, as we come back the one after that to do some Europa League. Whatever. Goodness. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.